All right, so it's 7 a.m. It's another Saturday, no auction to go to, so it's another busy day of moving everything to the new house. Today, my brother is coming over. He's going to give me a hand with the larger stuff. He's got a big trailer, so like the mower and things like that are going to go. So this is a little path. We still have the rest of this to move. This little path leads us over to the back shed where all of the yard stuff is in. I'll show you in just a second what it looks like. The plan is this weekend to have the shed empty. I know some of you from Ginger Chick might have seen this video where I did the French cleat system about 3 years ago, and it was nice and organized and everything. And then things happen. First thing that's got to come out is the riding lawnmower. All right, so still cleaning out. Be using this a lot at the new house. All right, so it's 8 o'clock, so I've been working at it for about an hour now, and the van is getting full. Most of the big stuff is up here. And we'll walk you back to the shed to show you the progress. Still got all this stuff to move. It's getting there. A lot of hand tools to do. Still some stuff in the ceiling. All right, so I think the van is full. And my brother just called, said he would be here in just a little bit. And we'll get all of this loaded on his trailer and whatever else can fit.
Yep, it's nice to have family and friends to help you move, especially when it comes to the heavy stuff, and that they have a trailer. So luckily, we're only about 20 minutes. The new house is only about 20 minutes away. So yeah, you still have to strap it in, make sure that everything is good and sturdy on these Michigan bumpy roads. In case this can make America's Funniest Videos.
Always a possibility. I really hope not. See what happens back.
Y'all have to see this because it's just the part of moving. It's fun. There you go.
How much do you think that is?
Do you want to flip those? 300?
Are you serious?
Probably. Ta-da! It's a teeter. It's a teeter. It's a teeter.
I've got a hole at the top.
Okay, I'm gonna say
Sorry.
Plug.
you should be able to shut the window now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Behind it.
Yep. It's
How's it look on your side?
well, they have to get. It's gonna hold before until you get the base.
Wait a minute. Okay.
Does this go back further?
Is this where you want it?
I think this needs to be
That's
like in
right.
this
Let
channel.
me see. I
Yes.
think this side needs to.
I can't see.
Oh, okay, there you go.
We've always been spoiled having central air, so the air conditioner in the window thing is all new to us, and it looked ginormous out in the shop area, and then when we get in the window, I'm like, oh, it doesn't all fit. I remembered that there was this piece that was odd that we took apart, or Chris took apart in the farm office when we were cleaning that up, that we figured out was the base for this to hold it up. Now it is working, but the air conditioner is not level, and then the base really needs to be at an angle so water runs off of it. So let us know what you all use at home that have air conditioners that go in the window. He cut a piece of plywood to fill in the space, and I can paint that white. There's no problem there. But we did pick up some foam because the seal around it is broken. It doesn't accordion out like the way that it's supposed to. You know, there's never something is never just, put it in and you're done. And it never works out that way. Just really appreciate that air conditioner being on in the new house. It's a nice hot today. Very humid. It's supposed to rain the next day, but yes, it is. Is it a sign of ownership when you actually get to mow the lawn? Well, it's mostly weeds that are growing right now. We are in much need of the rain that is coming. After moving all that big heavy stuff, we were finished for that day, and now we're back bright and early on this rainy day, and it's time to tackle these vaulted ceiling area of the kitchen. I love having this open shelving. I wish that they would have left, taste is personal when it comes to color. Is this gray, blue, purple? I don't know. Everybody seems to think this is a different color, but it is a 15-foot vaulted ceiling, and now we get to tackle it. So not only do we have to tackle the 15-foot ceilings, but Chris is also going to be moving this cabinet and putting it into our back room for a pantry cabinet. I just want to add a little bit more character into this kitchen by bringing in one of my china hutches. And this would be a perfect space for the cabinet that I keep my ironstone in. And of course, our hope is that the flooring goes all the way underneath. But luckily, we did find a couple pieces of flooring that if it does not. So it seems to be just screwed into the wall, and then they had caulked around baseboard and whatnot. So it should be able to be easily removed, is the hope. I shared with you guys that I am not a fan of ladders, especially when there's no wall to grab onto like this open space here. So I'm glad that Chris, the nice thing about the light tender cloud color that we're using on the kitchen is it's such a close match to white. It's just a hue off. And then we have to cover up whatever they touch the ceiling. So yes, the ceiling just has that light little, I've touched just a little bit, so you can't just, you have to look to see where that color is and then cover up that. And no, it's not a one coat coverage. Man, do I wish that was a real thing. But not only do you have to cut in once, but you got to go back in and cut in at least one more time.
Maybe this is the last time holding in.
It's just attached from the bottom where they...
So I'm going to take off those few pieces. I don't know if they nailed it in.
It may not have very many nails on it. Okay. Which for us is a good thing, yeah. Just a little white nail right up there. It's not going to be as difficult as one would think. We say that now, it's just the beginning of the process. That's probably a little difficult because it's underneath the corner.
Anxious for the onions over here. I wonder if I leave a little gap there. I mean, it covers up the outlet, but how many outlets do we need in this room?
Right.
And then you'd have a spot maybe for rooms and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Nope, there's no flooring underneath it. And if we would have thought about scooting that cabinet over, he wouldn't have had to remove so much of the trim. But hey, what's a little bit more work added on to your list? So now I need just to go back in and cover up these holes, and we can continue on painting. When we were doing the garage makeover, not only did we find pieces of the flooring, but we also found pieces of the molding. So yay! So he'll be able to, another thing on the list of fixing the flooring, replacing the molding. Yes, there's a long enough piece that will be able to go all the way across.
Mm-hmm.
So back to painting we go. Oh, I am so happy that we were able to, or Chris was willing to move that cabinet just so I could get some of my personal china hutches into this house. There's not a lot of empty wall space. A lot of it is filled with windows or a staircase. So really trying to think where I can bring, I have 3 china hutches. So I know so far I was able to bring my 2 corner hutches, which I don't consider china hutches, just corner hutches in. But now I'm trying to figure out where I can fit the 3 of them. I know so far I can do 1. I'm not sure since we brought the pie safe in. Oh, you have to wait for that. We bought the pie safe, that we're bringing that into the house. So I know one of my china hutches is probably going to have to go. Have ever thought that you needed so many extension poles? Yes, 3 different sizes. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how they painted all the way up there because maybe the island wasn't there yet. This is the difficulty, that the cabinets are in the way, the island is in the way. The island has a glass top over the butcher block, if you have not noticed that yet. So my brother-in-law does have a 15-foot ladder. We could, use the scaffolding, but everything, the island is in the way. So maybe the island wasn't there yet. We don't really know. But look, we're like, we're almost there. Sometimes you just leave it alone and then just start working on other areas. So where the cabinet was, I need to go ahead sand where I filled in the holes, but I also need to sand that lip where they painted around the cabinet. If I don't sand that off, you're going to see exactly the outline of where that cabinet was. Yes, almost there. 3 different poles, but we're still just a few inches short to reach the top, and then we have to cover up what they painted. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Yes, this is the hardest thing that we ever painted. I'm in our other house right now because I'm like, sometimes you just have to walk away and start thinking about how you're going to achieve that, because we could borrow a 15-foot ladder, but the cabinets are in the way. We could use the scaffolding, but the island's in the way. So how the heck did they paint that? I really don't know. Maybe they painted it before the island was in. I don't know, y'all. So give us a quick comment how you would tackle this job. And yes, it's one of the hardest projects Chris and I have ever tackled. So we will see you next time, guys, and you can see what we're up to. Bye.